Mm. Okay. So yeah, just tons of new stuff. I've been making a lot of candles, and I've been making little charms and spell powders. Oh my goodness, so many things. Yeah. So yeah, I even have a few things that I plan on doing that aren't even in the thing yet. I, I probably have about 100 items loaded. Yeah, I have over 100 items loaded. Hello, Christine. Thanks for joining. I am just waiting for folks to roll on in. And yeah, so yeah, where are you joining from? Hello, hello. Yep, I have a ton of stuff loaded in the buy it now area. So, um, yeah, I definitely recommend popping in there and seeing what I have in the bin. Otherwise, I have a ton of stuff to show you that I have handmade just for the show. Yeah, um, that is available. So, anyways, yeah. So again, if you are looking for anything specific, please pop your questions in the chat. I guess the chat's this way from that camera perspective. Anyways, yeah. So let me show you some of the things I have been up to this week. Um, so first up is my candles. Candle. So yeah, I'm just gonna pin this item. So these are my teacup spell candles. So I have made a bunch of them, and um, they all have different intentions. So this is one I call Mystic's Magic. And as you can see, it's in an adorable teacup. And yeah, so that's what this one is. And you can see I have, let's see if I can get a little closer look. There you go. Um, it has a bunch of crystals and an herb blend that I created. And yeah, so this Mystic's Magic is for psychic ability and dreams. So if you want to work on lucid dreaming, psychic awareness, receiving messages, any of that sort of thing, this is available to help you get there. And my candles are clean burning. I actually made it with a wood wick. So when it burns, it'll have a very pleasing crackling fire sound, and also smell really nice because you have a little bit of that wood scent in there. So yeah, I am going to run this and see if anyone wants her for their own. All right, and I'm starting the auction. So I have it starting at $15, which is honestly a steal for how much work and material I put into these candles. And you're going to get many, many, many hours of burn out of them. Even the smaller candles, like the ones I'll show later, people have reported that I personally have gotten probably about 6 to 8 hours worth of burn from smaller candles than this. So this is probably a 20-hour burn at least. So yeah. All right. Well, I will show this again later. Um, yeah, again, if there are things in the bin that you want me to run, just let me know. And I do have many of my bin items here, so I can show them to you and give you a little close up view. Yeah. Otherwise, I will be showing my spell candle. So again, this is one called Mystic's Magic, and it is for psychic development and dreaming. And then next up is this guy. So this one I called my sunshine candle, and it's for happiness and joy and positivity. And again, it has a wood wick and it comes in this awesome vintage teacup. And it has an herb blend. It has crystals. It has some orange that I dehydrated for this, for crafting with. So yeah, I'm going to give that a run and see what y'all think of that. And yeah, so and I scent my candle. So this is actually scented as lemon. So it is a lemon sage, actually. So lemon sage with the dehydrated orange peel. It has a nice big chunk of fire quartz, also called hematite quartz, and then it has a blend of herbs. And then I don't know if you could tell, but I also sprinkled some bits of pyrite. So, and that, like I said, it's to bring in joy and happiness and positivity and prosperity, just like to make your life, to seed your life with those elements, I guess. And I don't know if you can tell, but also here, right there, I also have some aquamarine. So these are little aquamarine points in front of the orange peel. So yeah. But yeah, if you are interested in this or any of the other candles, just drop some comments in the chat, and I will be sure to run them again. Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, I do have a bunch of stuff in the bin, so make sure you're checking the bin. All right. Next up is that's I called it "Gimme Gimme Love," and with February rolling around, I can't believe people are already thinking about Valentine's Day, but here we are. And this is to attract new love and to spark romance, and that can be like sparking romance in a relationship you're already in. Also, to maybe I call it like sweetening the pot when it comes to, reviving. Um, or like breathing some lustful, loving energy into a relationship you may have been in for a while. So that's what this one looks like. As you can see, I these are little wax hearts that I casted by hand, and I sprinkled one with a rose cardamom dusting, as well as the bulk of the candle has rose cardamom dust, which is finely ground plant material. And then you see I have some chunks of lepidolite in there. And then I have a ring, I don't know if you could tell, a ring around the candle of pink halite, which is also known as Himalayan pink salt. So, and Himalayan pink salt is um, great for like purification and love and all those things. So I'm just going to run the auction and see if anyone would like. And obviously, like, look at this adorable little vintage rose mug that it comes in. So afterwards, you'll have this cute mug to, you know, use, for whatever, I guess, to keep your stuff in, to drink out of. I mean, I love teacups, and I was like, you know what I'm going to do with my collection? Make some cool candles. So, yeah, that is just wrapping up now. All right. So, next up, ooh, this one I'm super excited about. So this one is another Mystics Magic, but I put it in this adorable trinket box. So it has a lid, and I'm just gonna pull this one up and start an auction on it. So the one that's running is the Mystics Magic, and it comes in this cute trinket box. And when you open it up, there's that adorable thing. And I have a strawberry quartz moon right here, and then I have a blue apatite moon, and then this is a wax moon that I casted. And then along the bottom, there is some amethyst, and I have some green fuchsite up at the top. And then, of course, my blend of herbs that have, little flowers and bits in them. So, and plus this is scented. All my candles are scented. And it's just, oh, it's so good. It's so good. So, yeah. If you're interested in this, I have it available. Okay. Well, how about we try something new? So, I have a whole bunch of spell powders and spell charms that I made just for this live today. I have powders that I've been making for years and years. And by spell powder can really be lots of things. And in my case, I have my Black Witch's Salt, which I just made this afternoon, um, with much, much labor and love because I am very particular about how I make my Black Witch's Salt. And oh, there it is. So here it is. And it's very fine. I grind it up by hand till it's very fine. And you can see the magical properties that I have on the label. And so I'm going to run this as a $5 start. And I have a couple of these available. But yeah, so if you are in need of some Black Witch's Salt, that is what's running right now. And it has a $5 start. And this is a 20 ml cork bottle. So you get quite a bit in there. And when I pack my bottles, I make sure to like tap them down. So the bottle is actually full and you're not just getting, fluffy product with a bunch of air in it. So yeah, this is again my version of Black Witch's Salt. All right. Okay, well, it is available, and I will probably run it later once other folks have popped on. I have, okay, so I also make my own hot foot powder, and I'm just going to run this. So this is a $5 start, and again, it's 20 mil, and as you can see, it's to repel unwanted energies and people. And it says encourages them to move on and out of your life. So, black or hot foot powder has been used for a long, long time. It comes from African root work traditions. And this is certainly a blend that I've developed over the last several years, but it has been influenced by the recipes that I have found in root work magic books. So, yeah. And I tell you, you don't want to mace yourself with this stuff. That is no fun. No fun. But it does its job. So hot foot powder can be used in a few different ways. You can use it like to put in like a protection jar. So for example, you can create a little jar to, keep at your desk to carry on you as a way to repel the energy and people that you may come in contact with in your daily life that you're like, I just don't want them in my energy. You can also maybe go to the person's house whom is your enemy or whatever and throw a handful of it in their front yard and tell them they're not welcome around no more. You can pour it across the threshold of your house as a way to protect yourself from things entering, and that includes unwanted people. I think the most traditional way of using it, like in the root work material I've read, is to put it in the footprints of the person you wish to go away. And the idea is that when they think of you, their feet burn as if they're on fire, hence the hot foot part of the powder. So, but I've also had people use it with some black candles. And obviously, you want to use it in a well ventilated area so you don't accidentally mace yourself. Because when you light this on fire, it is spicy. So spicy. I mean, my face runs so bad when I am bottling it and when I'm mixing it because it is just so potent. So I don't mess around when I believe in protecting yourself and for making people get the hell out. And yeah, so that's why I create this powder. So yeah, if you want me to run this, it is a $5 start. I have it as an auction item today. And just throw some flames in the chat because, want to know that the chat's alive, right? I see y'all popping in. And yeah, I'd like to hear from you and see what you'd like me to show you. So I do have a ton of stuff in my bin. I have a bunch of things loaded to the auction tab, but then I have a bunch of spell powders that are random pulls because I did not have time to get everything loaded ahead of time. So I was literally bottling and making things getting into 6:30. Yeah. I'm one of those creators, like witchy creators, that does it strikes on the iron's hot because I don't always feel um, inspired in the moment. So I get inspired. I do things when I'm inspired, which also means that I am always, just skidding in skin of my teeth sort of situation. So, anyways, yeah. And if you're curious what other spell powders I have, I will be showing them now. Yeah. Where is my other ones? Okay. So the next one up is my 7 Shields protection powder. This is also a recipe I came up with myself. Came up with myself. That's right. Okay, I'm having a words problem. Anyways, and I call it 7 Shields because I use 7 protective minerals or herbs or whatever elements, 7 protective elements, and so it's like, and 7 is such an important magical number. A lot of people think of it as good luck, but I think of 7 as, since it's a prime number, which means you can't divide it evenly with any other number, that is also a good number for protection because it's not dividable, right? You can't, it's unbreakable as a number. And so I think of having 7 elements as this unbreakable shield. So anyway, that's sort of the reason behind the naming convention. And yeah, so I wrote on here, it's a powerful botanical blend created to ward against malicious or evil entities, others' ill will, the evil eye, and negative energy. And then I did write what to do with it. Pour a protective barrier around the outside of your house. Add to protection jars, mojo bags, amulets, or talismans. And that's just some basic stuff. If there's other ways that you feel drawn to using it, you should definitely do that. So I'm going to run this just to see if this is calling to anybody. All of my powders are small batch. I only make up, a little bit at a time, and I certainly only bottle a few at a time because like I said, I only create when I feel inspired. And that also means like I don't mass produce things. That's not the kind of magic I'm interested in doing. I don't like to mass produce. Um, and I feel like it kind of dilutes my magic a bit when I do. It doesn't feel good. And I feel like if my magical practice doesn't feel good, I don't want to do it. Yeah. So all right. So next up. Oh yeah, still doing powders. Okay. So the last 2 powders in this group of powders, there's 5 different ones. So I did the 7 Shields powder, the Hoppa powder, my Black Witch's salt. But then I also make lunar and solar salt. And so these I create as a way to work with that specific kind of energy. And so you can see here that lunar energy salt is good for psychic development, blessings, dream magic, and clairvoyance, which is all stuff associated with the moon. And then my solar salt is good for prosperity, reclaiming boundaries, luck, and good fortune and happiness. So, and you can use this in lots of different ways. Some people use them in baths. Some people use them with other spells. So, say you get the solar energy salt, and you can use this to make a good luck charm, a money mojo bag, you know, reclaiming boundaries. So, that would be really good if you are dealing with someone who has crossed your boundary or has ignored your boundaries. And you feel like, okay, I really need to regain some ground with that person. This would be a good thing to utilize. You'd like draw in the energy of the sun and use that to, set your do that boundary setting work. Yeah. So I will run these individually. Again, I will start with the solar energy, and this is in my random powder pull. So there we go. So I have this running right now. Again, it's the solar, and you can see what that is used for. And I do try to have a good labeling on all of my items so folks know when they get them, like, oh, okay, that's what this intention was, or that's what she meant me to use it for. So yeah. So I have this running right now, and this is what it looks like. It has herbs in it, it has essential oils, and it has a salt blend. So, okay. And then next I'm going to run the lunar salt. And there we go. So yeah, and this as well has an herbal blend, a salt blend, and an essential oil blend. So it smells really nice, which is why some people like to use it in the bath. Obviously, don't eat it. You wouldn't think I'd have to say that, but some people are be like, oh, can I like put this in things? No, don't do that. Don't do that. One, I don't prepare my stuff in a, proper kitchen facility for that. And with the essential oils, you really shouldn't imbibe them in these concentrations. But that's what makes them so good for baths. Or even if you dissolved some of it in like a foot bath and did a foot soak, or used like the lunar energy to help charge your crystals during the full moon. Because that's the other thing is like, a lot of folks talk about, charging their crystals, cleansing their decks, cleansing their other magical tools, that sort of thing. And this can be something you can utilize whenever. And it's not just for the full moon or the new moon, it's for whatever moon you would like to use it for. So, yeah, although I think with the like psychic development and dream magic aspect of it, it's more like full moon stuff. But honestly, intention, right? And so this is sort of formulated to bring in that lunar energy in the way that you need it. So, yeah, so those are my 5 spell powders I have at the $5 price point. Okay, so next up is my Florida water, and I think that's actually in the bin. Let me just pull that up. There we go. So let me just pin that, and I might run a little flash sale. We'll see. So this is my Florida water, and I'm sure you've heard of Florida water if you've been in any little like new age or woo-woo shop, witchy shop, even online. Florida water is everywhere. But what makes mine special is that I craft it myself. I am, you know, involved with the process every step of the way. So one, it's my own recipe, which is influenced by all the different like materials I've read on Florida water. Historically, the word flower actually doesn't, or the word Florida means flower. So it actually means it's flower water. Because, the word Florida isn't English, even though it's from like Spain, I believe. I believe it's a Spanish word. But anyways, so this is also from like Creole sort of root work. So, okay, how do I explain this? slavery, right? Slavery happened. So slaves were brought across from Africa and they intermingled with uh, Black and brown people in the Caribbean, right? And then they were brought to New Orleans, which was a French, you know, French occupied region, right? So then their native language and beliefs and traditions mixed with French, mixed with Catholicism, because that's just how that happened. And, anyways, so all of these intermingling belief systems kind of brought about Florida water. And you're like, well, how does that happen? Well, it's because Florida water is like their version of holy water, right? And Catholics, right? Holy water is like their thing. So, but this is all botanical. It is made with seawater from the Gulf of Mexico that some friends brought back for me. And being in Wisconsin, I am not near the Gulf of Mexico, but people bring me back things because they know what I like. So it's made with Gulf of Mexico seawater. It is made of moon water that I charge myself. It is made, and it's made with witch hazel. So, and then I steep whole herbs in it and botanicals for 2 moon cycles, and then I triple strain it by hand, just using like a large strainer, and then just going down till it's completely particle free, and then I bottle it. So this will not go bad because of between the salinity of the seawater and the antimicrobial, antibacterial properties of witch hazel. This will stay good for indefinitely. You will use it up before it goes bad. But anyways, that's why I don't use preservatives in my sprays, because I don't need it. I use natural herbs and things for that process. Well, anyways, so how you would use this, it's safe to spray on your body. It's safe to spray in your space. And, some people spray it on their pillow to help prevent nightmares and to bring good dreams. Some people spray it on themselves and use it as like a sage cleanse on the go, because you can't always, sage yourself. So it's good to have an option if you're like, I need to be out and about and I might have to deal with crappy people and I just need a little pick me up. And it smells amazing. It really does. It has just like some nice fruity notes, some nice floral notes. And again, these are all scents and oils that are extracted from natural plant material that I steep in this jar like a big magical tea that you don't drink. Don't drink this. It will not taste good. It's meant to smell good. So, anyways, I have this pinned and I might run a tiny little flash sale. It really is already like super low price at $9 a bottle. And my bottles are glass. I don't use plastic bottles for this because I want it to just stay as fresh and amazing as the first day I bottle it. So I brew it in glass, I bottle it in glass. That's just my thing. Oh, thanks, Emerald Willow, for buying a little snack for my kitties. They will love that. Okay. Well, the flash sale is over, but this is available in um, my bin. So, anyways, yeah, thank you. I saw that you had gotten another little treat for my other kitty, one for Lavender, one for Phoenix, and they will love that. They are very snacky kitties. And yeah, so thank you. And it helps me get closer to 1K, which I am avidly working towards. Oh, did you see the pictures too that I posted of them? They are such hams. And they're both like a couple little old people. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So, again, folks, I have a bunch of stuff in the bin, so feel free to poke around. And otherwise, I am going to show you some more auction items. So, um, so I had poured a bunch of candles, like I mentioned, and this one is a big honkin' special one. And I called this the Joyful and Prosperous New Year candle. And I had created it in layers, and each layer is scented a little differently. And the top of it has a whole bunch of crystals, a bunch of different ones. And the idea is that each layer brings its own kind of magic. So the yellow is to bring happiness and joy, the pink is to bring love and like nurturing, and the blue is all about like, you know, working with your own happiness and fulfillment and magic. So together they just, with the like crystal energy, because I have like blue apatite, aquamarine, amethyst, lepidolite. I have a little pink tourmaline in there, and plus I went and put a bunch of mica powder on top. So it's nature's natural glitters. I don't know if you could tell, but it sparkles and it smells amazing. And the different layers are certainly going to bring, a joyful and prosperous new year. And this thing's honkin'. It is a beefy candle. Probably weighs 2 pounds on its own. So I am going to run this candle. I have it starting at 25 because it is so huge and I put a lot of time and effort. It does have a wood wick, so it'll have this nice crackling fire vibe. And I only made one of these. Are you racist before I buy this? Absolutely not. No, I am not. Um, a little about me. I have owned a witchcraft business for 7 years. I don't know. I'm a feminist. I I volunteer at food shelters, and I do fundraising for the animal shelter and for the LGBTQ center. Um, a lot of my friends are LGBTQ. They are also people of color. Um, and I have a degree in gender studies, like gender and racial studies. So, not that you would know that. Yes. Can I see more candles? Also, I assure you, she is not racist. Thank you, Village Witch. Yeah, I certainly am not, but I understand you can't tell. I know, and I am very anti-Trump, like so anti-Trump I can't even. Which is why I create a lot of the magic I create, because the world is kind of a hot damn dumpster fire, and we all need a little help to get through it, especially us like magical sensitive folk. So, all right. So for folks who would like to see more of my gorgeous candles, I will set this aside for you, my SWAT. Let me just write a little note so I know that one is yours. Okay. My SWAT. Okay. So the next candle up, I made a whole bunch of tea light candle, not tea light, teacup candles, but I also made one that is in this adorable bluebell trinket box. And so this is the outside. It's a beautiful vintage ceramic box. And I just knocked one of my little crystals loose. That's okay. It'll be fine. And that is what the inside looks like. And so this one I called Mystic's Magic, and it is for like psychic abilities and dreams, lucid dreaming, and really just would be great to burn while you're trying to read tarot cards or do any kind of divination. I only made 2 of these, and this is one of 2, but it's the only one that comes in this trinket box. And I actually chose this trinket box on purpose because these flowers, the bell flowers, are known magically for their psychic abilities. So I really just like leaned in The wax is this beautiful, vibrant purple color. It has blue apatite moon. It has strawberry quartz moon and lots of amethyst. It's gorgeous. And then I put an herbal blend in there that is excellent for tapping into your psychic abilities. And yeah. So, and then I dusted all my candles with mica powder that I actually collected from the mica stone that I have. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun. It's my fairy gnomish magic that I enjoy sharing with folks. So, this is a $15 start. And like I said, this is the only one I have like this. So if you would like something to burn while you are, thank you, Village Witch, while you are doing divination things, this is certainly a candle for you. And all of my candles are scented. And this one here is, I think it is like sage. Yeah, it's sort of like a sage bergamot blend. Okay. So this is available if anyone would like it later. All right. Next up, and I just made all of these candles within the last couple of days because I really wanted them for my show today. And I haven't cracked down and made candles in a long time. Long time. So, yeah, I am really excited to share these with you. So this one is called the Sunshine Candle, and you can tell partly because it is so sunny and wonderful, and it's for promoting like joy and happiness and positivity. So if you need something to help get you through the winter glum, this is the perfect candle for that. So I'm going to run the auction now. It is a $15 start. And there you are. And it's in this adorable vintage porcelain teacup. And it has fire quartz here. And then these little points right in front of this orange slice are actually aquamarine. And then again, it has the herb blend. And then I also have little pyrite nuggets. And they create this cute little shimmer. So if you see the sparkly little rocks, those are pyrite. So yeah, and this is scented with lemon. Okay. So there's that. Okay. Next up, it's called Gimme Gimme Love. And, who doesn't need to zhuzh up romance or attract love into their life? And so I created this partly because, February is right around the corner and everyone starts thinking about Valentine's Day. But I think of it also as a way to, breathe some life into a relationship that you may have been in for a while. People have been married for a long time or been together a long time. Sometimes it can feel a little stale, and like romance feels a little stale or non-existent. And you're like, I really need to light a fire, like a passionate, lustful fire in my relationship. And so this candle was created with that intention. And I'm going to start the auction now. And as you can see, I dusted it with ground up rose petal and cardamom. And then I put a ring of pink halite, and then it has pink zebra stone. And then these are actually little wax hearts that I shaped. And one of them I dusted with the blend as well. And this is also scented with a rose ylang ylang essential oil blend. And it comes in this adorable little teacup, which I am obsessed with because I love me some vintage teacups. So this is available if you are interested. And again, that's what she looks like. I have two of these, but they're each in different cups. So, and, oh goodness. So this is the only one that's like this in this size. This is my little tag. came off. Anyways, this one is magical rejuvenation, and it does exactly what it says it does. So it is all about resetting your energy. And, that means like ending bad luck, ending miscommunications and like misunderstandings, especially as we all get on the other side of the holiday. Um, maybe we said some things that we wish we wouldn't have, or maybe someone said those things to us and we're like, well, I wish that didn't happen. And so even if that person does not apologize, this is about like cutting that etheric tie to that energy. Um, so even if they never say sorry, it don't matter. You can just move on with your life. And it says, this mug contains magic. Isn't that adorable? And then this is the inside. And so this has 3 different stones. It has amethyst, it has blue apatite, and it has clear quartz. So those are the 3 stones. And then it has the herb blend. And again, it has the wood wick, and the wax is scented. So, oh, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Luchadora, you're awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. And welcome in, everyone. I am about to run this candle. So if you would like a magical reboot to start the year off, this is the candle for you. It is a $15 start. It comes in this gorgeous mug that says this mug contains magic, because it do. And my candles have a wood wick, at least most of them do. And this is one of them. So it has this great like crackling fire that like smell and sound as the candle burns. So yeah. Oh, it looks like Aaron Ray is winning. Hooray, hooray. Nice. Congratulations, Aaron Ray. I will set this magic babe aside for you. Okay. All right. So next up, I actually had a lot of oh, I see. So I only made one of these, and I actually had a lot of fun making it. So it is this vintage clay teacup that I added this green vine to, and I put like this magenta pentacle on it, and I love it so much. And then it comes with the plate, and the plate also has a pentacle on it. Oh my goodness. I spent so long doing this because this is what I do when I don't sleep. I play with my Cricut. And anyway, this is the only one like this. It's called the Mended Heart. And it's for healing heartache and grief. And let's see if I can show this without everything falling out of place. So it actually has a blend of herbs in it. And many of the herbs I actually collect and dry myself. And then it has green aventurine, a big old chunk of it. And then this is Mookate Jasper, which is excellent for grounding and like really connecting to that earth energy. And then I created these cute little, like a little wax leaf here and a little moon. And then, this little stone here is actually green calcite. I don't know if you can see it. I'm so afraid of tipping it because I don't want stuff to fall out. But yeah, and it has a ton of little tansy flowers that I actually collected this fall and dried myself. So yeah, so this is a one of a kind. It's called the Mended Heart, and I am running it for $15. So I am starting that auction pronto. So who would like my Mended Heart candle? And again, this is for healing heartache and grief. And I have spent so much time just like lovingly creating this set. I don't know. You could say it's my cup of tea. Oh my goodness, I am full of all the cheesy things, all the cheesy one-liners. Okay. Well, I will set this gal aside. And so these ones here, I don't technically have loaded, but I will load. Let me see here. Maybe I will. Please run again. Yeah, absolutely. I will run the Mended Heart one more time for Lisa Beep. There you go, hun. And so this babe is running right now. Thank you, Luchadora. I have spent the last couple of days pouring candles, and when I'm in, so it was, I made it during the full moon. So these are all full moon creations. Like, yes, I can run the sunshine candle again. Thank you, Lisa. Any other spell candles? Yes, I have others that do not have homes yet. Okay, thank you, Lisa Beep. I will set this one aside for you. Okay, let me put this aside. Okay, so I have, oh, geez. So someone had asked about the sunshine candle, and I have two of those available. One, two, they're both in the same. These are bamboo teacups, and here they both are, 1 and 2. And so I will run these. I will run the one, and then I'll run the second. So here, if you are wanting a sunshine candle, again, this is to bring happiness, joy, and positivity into your life. And this is running right now. So yeah. All right, Village Witch. Awesome. And again, this has an herb blend that I created just for this purpose. It has a big chunk of fire quartz, which is also called hematoid quartz, and has these little aquamarine stones. And then I actually sliced and dehydrated the orange myself this year. And then the wax itself is scented with lemon sage. And I have little pyrite stones that make the surface of it glitter, which I'm absolutely in love with. And of course, wood wicks, which I'm also obsessed with. All right, Village Witch. It is. It is. And by the time it reaches you, it'll be fully cured, because usually candles, after you pour them, should sit like 2 or 3 days to like fully cure, to like condense the scent. And this has been sitting, when did I pour this? Yesterday? Like right at the peak of the full moon. So yeah, when it reaches you, it'll be perfect to burn. And this will burn. My candles usually burn, I would say like 12 to 16 hours. Like they are very long burning. So, okay. Hey, Eternal Charm. Good to see you, sweetheart. Okay. Take your time. All right. This is for Village Witch. VILL. And Village Witch. Okay. And then, like I said, I do have one more of the sunshine candles, and I will run that next. Okay. And so if anyone else would love to bring in that sort of prosperity and joy, now is your chance. Oh, Lisa Beep is winning. Oh, I'm so excited for you, girl. Love it. Love it. Yeah. And like I said earlier, a lot of the herbs I use in my products, I actually forage and dry myself. So I really put energy in from the very bottom, honestly. And yeah, that's how I share my magic with people. Awesome, Lisa. I will add this to your Mended Heart candle. Hooray, hooray. Okay. Oh, here we go. Ooh. So next up in the handmade candle selection I made 2 protection candles. I call them Witch Protect Thyself. And I have two of them, and they're in these adorable little, so this, so the plant on here is holly, and holly is a very protective plant. And so sometimes when I choose my mugs, I choose them because of what they represent. And so these had to be protection candles. So if you would like to bid, I'm going to run these next, and you can see I have, so these are a little different from one another, but they all have 3 cloves, which are like super protective. And then this has red tiger's eye and black mica or biotite. And then I also sprinkled on some other various little crystals to help bring up the energy. And it has a wood wick, of course, and then is scented. I think this is sort of like a spicy, it's like sage and clove, which is very nice. So thank you. Oh, and then this other one actually has a chunk. It has a little pyrite spear, and then the biotite. And then this actually, same in the other one, it's a big purple clove flower that I harvested a couple summers ago. And yeah, and then a bunch of cool sparkly bits, and of course the wood wick. So I am going to run this next. So the first one that's running is the one that had the red tiger's eye in it, and then the second one that I'll run has the pyrite spear in it. So if you are, oh, thank you, Julie. I'm so excited for this. So yeah. So like I said, this one has the red tiger's eye in it and is up and running right now. So if you would like this, it's your chance to bid on it. And we're getting into the last 5 seconds. And then I will run the second candle. But yeah, yay! Thank you for your first purchase, Julie. I appreciate you. All right. I will set this aside for you. All right. And next up is the other protection candle. So let me. Oh, thank you, Erin Ray, for the purchase of the yellow coneflowers. Yes, I harvested those right at the end of, like, just as summer was turning into fall. Almost, I think it was right after or right around Lammas, I want to say. Maybe it was September. Maybe it was September. Anyways, yeah, I was out there harvesting yellow coneflower and drying it, and oh my goodness. And I just like how I craft my magic, that's also how I harvest. So all of my harvesting is really ethical. So I only take small amounts and dry it and really just have enough for like a couple of months. And I use them not only in my crafts, but also sell them dried and pre-bagged for folks. And all of my herbs come with a label that tells you like, what are the magical intentions of the herb or mineral. Some of the things I sell are minerals. And also minerals and things. And if it's available, like their zodiac association, the chakra association, the elemental and gender association, because some things are feminine, some are masculine, and some are like better for Leos, and some are better for Capricorns, etc., etc. So I give you as much information as possible, and then it's like a culmination of literally decades of my knowledge. So all tidily wrapped up in a little like 2x3 card. So anyways, oh, and that brass chalice is so, oh my goodness, I'm so happy that's finding a home. Okay, so I'm going to run this second protection candle, and this babe is up and running right now. So this one has the pyrite little spear here, and then this is biotite, and again, it has my herbs and my crystals, and is like a clove sage scent. I like to use sage as a base scent for these because of the just really cleansing, blessing, energy clearing properties of sage. And then the clove spikes, of course, for like, um, oh, oh, you guys are adorable. Thank you so much. Oh, Lisa, I am so happy that you're going to grab one of these. You guys are the best. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, so I'm going to run these two first. I made two sort of wacky candles that both have, so I did, okay, I'm going to make some words and they're going to make sense. Yeah. Okay. So earlier I had mentioned the mended heart, which Lisa snagged up. I forgot that I also poured this little guy with the mended heart recipe. So I had made these two little dudes, and I was like, I don't know what's going to go in these. But once I started pouring candles, I was like, I choose you, Pikachu. And so this is the mended heart in miniature. Of course, it has all of its blend and all of its crystals. And this one is magical rejuvenation in its miniature. And so the little eyes actually are dusted. This one is dusted with black mica powder, and this one is dusted with green mica powder. So, yeah. Um, that's just how it is. I don't know. My brain go. So these here, I'm going to run a little cheaper so I'm going to have these at a $10 start. So thank you, Aaron Ray. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I just like start with an idea and kind of see where I end up, and that's where I ended up. And I'm not disappointed. You know, I work a lot with nature energy and like fey energy and all of that, and I just kind of like let them guide me when I'm creating, and they're like, "Hey, you should do this thing." And I was like, "Okay." And then just kind of see what happens. Small eyes, small jar candle. Okay. So I am going to run these at 10. And there's two of them. One and two, right? No. And then these ones are going to be around a pound. Okay. So confirm. All right. Let's see, jar. Where are my jar candles? Let me see here. Jar. Oh, Erin, thank you for buying a treat for Lavender. She is going to be so happy. My cats are a couple little treat fiends, and Phoenix too, my little derpy boy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to start the auction on this first little guy here. So this is my little green-eyed green candle, and this is the mended heart. And so again, this is for healing heartache and grief. So if you would like to snag this little guy, I have him available. I don't have any tarot or oracle decks right now. But I have some I'm ordering in, which I'm super excited about. And I will have a Witchy Monday with those decks. So, all right. All right. So I'm just going to run this little blue guy, I don't know. It's my funky little dude, a little funky character. And again, this one here is for magical rejuvenation. So if you didn't get a chance to snag the magical rejuvenation candle from earlier, here is its little sister as a mini. So, yeah. All right. Oh, you are going to love my mystery witchy grab bags. I have so much fun putting those together, and they are my top seller in my shops. And when I do like artist markets and stuff, top sellers. So, okay, our folks. Yes, and a lot of my bags are like curated themes. So all of the items will like play well together. And I do include instructions if I do add things like, say, I add crystals, I tell you what they are and a few properties. If it's a spell kit or a spell item, which, you know, I make all my spell items myself, I will tell you what the spell is for and how to work it. So, and in case folks didn't know, because you may just be popping into my show for the first time, um, I do have spell support for folks who buy my spell things. So if you buy a spell candle, buy a spell kit, you know, things like that, and say you receive it and you're like, okay, I'm not quite sure what to do with it, please do not hesitate to reach out to me through the Whatnot app, and I will respond and walk you through it to the best of my ability, because that is something that I do in person when I speak to people about my spell stuff. And so, yeah, I just wanted to extend that as an added free feature for folks who buy things at my shows. So, anyways, is anyone interested in purchasing? So these are the $15 candles. And this one here is, I have two of the Mystics Magic candles that, again, are for working with like psychic energy, intuition, lucid dreaming, or like magical dreaming, you know, if, when you're trying to like receive messages from either, you know, the spiritual realm, your spirit guides, you know, people or deities, you know, whatever it is. So anyways, I do have two of these available. One of them is in this trinket box that has a bellflower on it, and the other is in this adorable blue and white teacup. And they're each unique. So like this one, I have like 3 quartz, I guess, points, as well as this is a blue apatite star, and this is a chunk of lepidolite. So, and of course the wood wick and the scent and all that. Anyway, it has layers, many layers. Yeah, so I'll run these and just see if they have a home. So the first one will be for the trinket box one. And again, this one has a strawberry quartz crescent moon. It has a blue apatite crescent moon. It has some green fuchsite and amethyst chunks in it. So yeah, plus, you know, I put my little waxy moon. So of course the moon will melt when you burn the candle, but until then, it will be adorable. Oh, Aaron Ray's winning. Hooray, hooray. And oh my God, you are going to love this trinket box. I am telling you. Hooray. Thank you, Aaron. Okay. And then I'm going to run this second one. Again, this one is different because it has the 3 little quartz points. And of course, you know, my very particular aesthetic means that I had to make them look like, you know, in order of size. Oh, geez, there it is. So, yeah. And again, it has the lepidolite. It has the blue apatite star. Really stuck with that whole celestial vibe because that makes me happy. And I love this vintage blue and white teacup. I'm just in love, in love. So, and again, it has the wood wick. It's scented. And it has that blend of herbs that is also really great at tapping into your magical abilities, your intuition and stuff. So if anyone is interested in the, you know, as the show goes on, just drop me a comment and just know this is available. Okay. I made one very special kit that I only ever make one of these kinds of kits at a time, because I feel like they will get to the right person who needs them. And it is, oh, thank you, Aaron Ray. You know, and so all those bottle openers, my husband actually makes those. He is a wood burner crafts person. Oh, lovely. Yeah, and it's magnetic, so it's great. It sticks to the fridge. It looks like art. And yeah, and of course it's functional being a bottle opener, which is great. So, good pick. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, um this is going to be a $15 pull item, I think. Yeah, I think so. This will be my a $15 random pull, and I don't actually think I have a spot for this, but I'll just pick one because I can do that. Okay. Oh, thank you, Aaron Ray, for sharing my live stream. I appreciate you. So this box kit is it's called the Verdant Womb, and what that means is that it is a fertility magic set. So for people who are trying to conceive babies. And so if you are a person who is or know someone who is, I have one kit available and I'm going to show it to you right now. So the first one, this is a candle. It's a tiny little teacup candle. And in it, I created a little wax, like 4-leaf clover for good luck. And then I have a big heart and a little heart for like mama and baby. And then I included herbs like chicory, which I also harvested this summer. Chicory is great for fertility magic. I put a little amethyst in here, a little green aventurine, as well as some marshmallow flower that I harvested this year. Because marshmallow is also good for like fertility magic. And then, of course, the whole thing is scented and is in a periwinkle color. And it comes in this very whimsical teddy bear teacup with a little alphabet plate. So, and it actually has a tiny poem on the back about the bear. So it just, oh, and it has a fig. So this is a piece of dried fig that is also good for like sexuality, lust, and things like that. Oh, thank you, Peggy. So you get the teacup candle, and this is a box kit. I'll show you. And then this is a wax melt that goes with it. And this also has a little seashell. It has crystals. It has herbs. And you just use this with a standard wax melter. And I actually have a couple to show at my show in case you don't have one, because I have some other dollar wax tarts that are spells that I'm excited to show you. And then this is a bath soak for fertility. So you just do a little bath before, you and hubby, or even if it's not like a hetero couple, it could be like before you go get IVF. Or get some sort of implantation, you can use these items beforehand. So it's really for any couple trying to conceive. Yeah. And so it all comes in this cute little box. So then I just pack it all in the box and it arrives to you safely. So, and it's also perfectly boxed in case you want to give it as a gift to someone who is trying to conceive. So, and we're heading into the spring holidays, which are traditionally used to like give offerings for fertility. So that's also why I wanted to get it out there in time. So this is running for $15. And again, you get the fertility candle, a wax melt, and then the bath soak mix to go with it. And the bath soak, you can burn these over several days. So say like you try next month and it doesn't quite come together, I would actually say the best timing for pregnancy. Oh, thank you, Peggy, for the bid. I appreciate you. The best timing for pregnancy is leading up to a full moon, because full moon is things coming into fruition, right? The full belly, that's the full moon. So I would say in the time leading up to a full moon is the best time to do this. Even like if you're doing it, if we're timing it correctly, I would do it the 3 days leading up to the full moon for best results. And or at the spring equinox, which is March 20th. So on or around March 20th would also be good. Awesome, Peggy. I am getting this all back in its little box home, and I will package this up very nicely so it gets to you safely. And thank you again for snagging this. And I knew if I made it happen for the show today that it would reach the right person, because that is how the universe speaks to me. It's like, this is what you need to do, and you need to have it by this time. And yeah, anyways, just the universe always just makes me very grateful that it tells me the things I need to know when I need to know them. Even if I don't realize it in the moment, I always assume, oh, awesome, awesome. And I'll write up just kind of what I was talking about, the moon phase, and about March for like the best time to use the kit. That way, she'll know what to do. But again, you're always welcome to reach out to me through Whatnot and get any kind of clarification. Okay. So, other things that I made for the show today are my spell powders. And so I'm going to talk about those next. So first up is my lunar and solar salts. And you can see what those are used for. Let's see if I can get these in camera. There we go. So these here are 20 ml cork bottles. There you go. And they are a blend of salt, botanicals, so various herby bits, and essential oils. And oh my goodness. Powder. There we go. And I have these as a $5 start. And I have, again, I only do things in micro batches. And so I just have a couple of each available today. Yeah. So I'm going to run the first one first. So the solar energy salt. It says for prosperity, reclaiming boundaries, luck and good fortune, and happiness, and how you can use these. So some people like to put them in littler charms to carry them with them. So say you are, going to a job interview, you can take this for like good luck and prosperity. You can use it if you're going to talk to someone about getting a raise. It's also good for this, I call it the post-holiday reset, so if someone crossed your boundaries during the holidays and you're like, okay, I really need to reset that boundary with them. So I can feel happier and feel like the energy feels right to me. The solar energy salt is great for reclaiming that boundary. And so you can do that many different ways. You can do it just through like using it as an offering for whatever deity you work with. And especially if you work with a solar deity, this would be the perfect offering for a solar deity. So like, if you're Celtic, it would be like Tyr, or Cernunnos, or I don't know. I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head, but you know what I mean. And if you know. Well, anyways, but otherwise you can use it in any other way to bring in prosperity and good fortune and happiness. So, and maybe that looks like pouring it across the threshold of your house. It could be dissolving some in warm water and using it as a spray. Putting it on charging plates with crystals that are known to bring in prosperity and happiness. Any of those kinds of things. So yeah, I only have a couple of these available. So just know that, oh, awesome. Thank you, Peggy. And then its sister salt is the lunar salt. So the lunar salt is for psychic development, blessings, dream magic, and clairvoyance. And, this is all that stuff. I think of this as like all that watery energy, right? Dealing with emotions, dealing with magic, dealing with sort of the unseen, arcane ideas, spiritual ideas. That's all solar energy, where sun is very practical. It's very physical, right? It's our physical wealth. It's our material possessions. This is more intangible, right? It's our connection, our spiritual connection to the universe. That's lunar magic. And so you can leave this as an offering. You can use it to like cleanse and charge your various divination tools. Yeah, it's really flexible. You can turn it into a spray by dissolving it in some warm water. Yeah. So let me start that auction now. And so this has a $5 start. And so, yeah, if you work with the moon a lot in magic, you can use it really anytime. But using it during the full moon or the new moon, I think is kind of like peak magical energy for this specific intention, right? Working with the psychic side of things. So yeah. And oh, it looks like Peggy's winning. Awesome. So excited for you. Awesome. I will add this to your goodies. Okay, so next up, last time I did a show, someone was looking for black witch's salt. And so I made a very special batch just for this show today because, one, I normally always make it. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that it was available for folks if that was something you're in need of. So, for folks who don't know, black witch's salt is good for protection, warding, banishing, cleansing, and you can use it for spell jars or in charging plates, on charging plates. But you can also use it, in a myriad of ways. You could add it to little talismans that you carry. You can pour it across the threshold of your house. Yeah, it's got a lot of uses. So awesome. Thank you, Peggy. Enjoy. Yay. Um, oh, okay. I'm going to show the other two things that I made for this. And then I have a couple, we'll do some dollar pulls. You guys up for that? And for some dollar pulls? So the next thing up is my 7 shield protection powder. And so I created this. So if you're wondering like why 7 shields, it's because I use 7 different minerals or herbs in making this. There's 7 different things in here, and they're all associated with protection, with warding. So it says a powerful botanical blend created to ward against malicious or evil entities, others' ill will, the evil eye, and negative energy. And yeah. So I chose 7 because 7 is a prime number, which means it cannot be divided by 2 or 3 or any number. And I think a number that, when I think of something that's protective, it's something that cannot be broken, a protective barrier. And so using 7 elements in my 7 shield powder that is meant for that intense protective energy just made sense. And I've been doing magical herbalism for a decade plus, and this is surely a combination or an accumulation of all my botanical knowledge. At least up until this point, I'm always learning more because I'm a big old nerd that way. So yes, right now the 7 Shields protection powder is running. Oh yay, Aaron Ray's winning. Wonderful. Yeah, and if other folks are interested, I think I might have 1 or 2 more of these near me that is available if folks want to jump on one as well. So yeah, I'm excited for you, Aaron. And yeah, I just believe so strongly in my products. I just love to share it with people. Okay, putting that there. And then so if any of these powders that folks have been snagging sound interesting to you, I probably have at least 1 more of them behind me. In case you're interested, you could just pop that in the comments. So the next up is my hot foot powder. I also have called this my fuck off powder, my go away powder, because it is really meant to make people take a quick fucking exit from your life. Also, if you did not see that I put on the explicit filter, you are now aware that I am a cussy sailor mouth. So my husband says, you can make a sailor blush. And I was like, I haven't met one yet, but maybe they avoid me on purpose. Who knows? Anyways, so hot foot powder. This actually comes from Creole Rootwork, and my new nickname shall be Hot Foot Aaron. I love it. I love it. Um, yeah, so this comes from African Rootwork, and it is a culmination of various recipes plus a little bit of my own intuition. I may or may not put crushed bones in here just to, add a little extra oomph. Um, but yeah, it is spicy. Do not, if you're going to burn this inside, because like one of the ways you can use it is in a candle. Like, say you get a black candle and you carve the person's name in it, light it, and then burn this, or rub the like put a little like oil on the candle. You could use clove oil. You could just use, canola oil, whatever you have in the house. Just get a little damp and then roll the candle in this powder and then light it on fire, and it makes that person fuck off real fast. Um, yeah, but don't burn it inside, burn it outside. Otherwise, you are going to mace yourself and everyone who lives with you. And if you live in an apartment building, you will likely mace your entire apartment building because it will get in all the cracks and it is spicy and unavoidable. But people don't go away unless you forcibly remove them. And that is, well, at least sometimes. Sometimes you'd be like, I don't want you in my life anymore. And then they just quietly exit your life. But then there's other people like that one ex that just won't take no for an answer. And you're just like, you getting some hot foot biatch. So anyway, I'm going to run this in case this appeals to you. And I only have 2 of these available. So yeah. I also, folks have gotten this before to give to their friends who have exes that don't take no for an answer. Yeah, so aside from the candle trick, the other way you can use this is by, well, traditionally, I guess, is finding their footprints and then throwing it in the footprint, because then the idea is then they feel the bottom of their feet burn whenever they try coming to your house, or whenever they think of you or think of texting you. All of a sudden they get this burning sensation that distracts them long enough for them to forget that was their intention. So, oh, Faye, thank you for your first purchase. All right, Faye, wonderful. All right, I do have another one of these and I will run that next. There it is. And grab this, and grab this, and grab the last. Okay. I'll just bring all the extra powders up here. Okay, so I'm going to run the second hot foot powder that I have available. There you go. Oh, it looks like Saphira's. Oh, nice. Got a little bidding war going on. That always just like intrigues me, and I appreciate you guys. And I will make sure to have some more of this bottled up for my next show. I do a witchy show every Monday night at 7 Central Time. So yeah, I will endeavor to have more of these made up for y'all. So yeah, I'm excited to have you guys try them out. Awesome, Erin. Thank you for the purchase. Okay. Are there folks that are still interested in like black witch's salt? I know some folks may have just popped in. So I want to give you a chance in case you would like the black witch's salt. I will just run that in case you do. Because like I said, I've had several requests at previous shows for this. And so I just want folks to have a chance to snag it up in case you are one of those people. And again, this is for protection, warding, banishing, and cleansing. And this is more like general protection. So this would be like good for just protecting from any sort of thing, where hot foot powder is specifically about removing people from your life. Yeah. So I have that still. And then I do have 1 lunar and 1 solar left. So I will run those quick. The first run will be for the solar. in case folks are interested in the solar one. Again, this is about drawing in the solar energy. Oh, Aaron's winning. Wonderful. Solar energy for prosperity, reclaiming boundaries, good luck or good fortune and luck and happiness. So you're drawing in that solar energy to achieve those goals. And as far as how to use it, you can use it lots of different ways, in charging plates and charms. You can dissolve it in water to spritz yourself or your space. Awesome, Aaron Ray. Thank you. Thank you. I would also recommend for say my husband, right? So my husband, if he worked outside of the house, he doesn't, he works at home. But if he worked outside the house, I would say keeping a little charging plate with some of this on it and then keeping his wallet on it, even if you put like a little barrier down so the salt doesn't affect like the leather or whatever the material is, as a way to like generate more income for the household. Ditto would be good for you if you have a charging space for like your purse or your wallet if you work outside the house. So just a little added magical bonus that I thought of. Here. And there you are. And then I'm also going to run the lunar, which is perfect for working with all that psychic energy, right? It's for psychic development, blessings, dream magic, and clairvoyance. And so blessings is also going to go into my next thing that I'm going to run, which is my one of my best sellers is my wishing powder. So this is for like, absolutely, Aaron. I love to share my magical knowledge, and I actually often take apprentices, so people I meet with virtually who just want to learn from me, and I find that so fascinating because, like, I don't know, people after I got my degree, people are like, "Oh, so are you going to teach?" And I was like, "I don't want to teach at a school. I just want to feral teach. I want to like take people out into a field and teach them about the magic of flowers and like, I don't know, connect with the dirt and like, I don't, be naked under the moonlight, whatever crazy shit comes to mind." That's the kind of teacher I am. Okay, so I said I want to do some dollar pulls, and I'm going to do that before I get sidetracked again because, yeah, being on the spectrum, yay, you neurospicy. All right, I am just going. Well, actually, I think I did already. Wax. Yes. Okay. So I have 4 of these available. These are my Witch Protect Thyself Wax Tart Melters. And before I get to those, I just wanted to mention that after I run my dollar wax tarts, I do have 2 wax tart melters available. One is electric and one uses like a tea light candle. And it will come with a tea light for you to use it with. I might send a couple just for shits. So, first off, these are the dollar bid item. I have them cutely packaged, and they say Witch Protect Thyself on the label. And on the back, I did write Wax Tart Melt in case it wasn't obvious. Totally agree. The education notes are so appreciated. Thank you for taking the time. Absolutely, Saphira. And that is something across the board that people have told me or given me as feedback when they attend my shows is they were like amazed and grateful for the like education I gave them while we were hanging out, and they were like buying my stuff that I lovingly created. What would you suggest to really feel like you've been cursed? Oh, sure. Like bad luck constantly. If something can go bad, it goes bad. Right. Sure. So Missy Beth, yes. So there's a couple of things you can do, and I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Um, so first thing, Black Witch Assault. I recommend that for ending curses. And what you would do with that is I would recommend you take a bath in the Black Witch Assault. And what that does is it cuts that energetic tie to the curse. But also, even if you don't know who cursed you, it doesn't matter. You just candle. Oh, I sold my protection candles? I'm trying to think. This one. I was thinking what candles I had left. So what you would do, I have Magical Rejuvenation, which is all about ending bad luck, ending miscommunications and all that. And so I actually just poured this during this last full moon. All my spell candles were poured during the full moon. And I have this guy left of the Magical Rejuvenation. So I would say burn this candle and write down all the things that have gone wrong. And while you are doing your Black Witch's Salt bath, burn the candle and then, speak to the water. I know that sounds crazy, but trust me, right? The water is as old as the earth. Like millions of years of living beings have been made of this water, right? And so taking a bath to release, to cleanse yourself of a curse, of bad energy, right? Of misfortune, right? You are speaking to the ancestors that are of the water, and you are the ancestors. You are the water. The water is you, your ancestors. The earth is the water, everything. Anyways, and you're cleansing that energy and breaking those ties. And so when you burn this candle during that time, I would say do this during the time of the new moon, the dark moon. And just write on the paper like all the things that have gone wrong, burn it. And then I would conversely do a blessing, probably, or maybe like some protection magic. I would, you could do the witch protect thyself wax melt. I would actually recommend my Florida water. It's a way to energetically bless yourself and bless your space. And it's also helpful if, to take on the go, because you can't just burn sage wherever you go. But if you feel like a little bit of ick creeping into your energy field, you just give yourself a spritz and it clears it right out. And I've been making my Florida water for years. I have gotten tons of positive feedback on it, and I wouldn't bullshit you. I believe in my products and I spend a lot of time creating these things. So that is what I recommend to you. And like I said, for moon timing, I would definitely do it during the new moon, because new moons are all about endings and new beginnings. And so that's why it would be good for you to have this for that new beginning element. So if you want me to run any of that, the Florida water is actually available in my Buy It Now area, but the candle and the Black Witch's Salt is only in the auction area. If you want me to run either of those auctions for you, just let me know. Yeah, and I think that was, who was that? There's been so many, Miss Beth's. So yes, Miss Beth's. If you would like me to do that, just let me know, drop a comment. Hi, I am Tiramisu. Thanks for joining. I saw your name pop in. And I just wanted to give you a little shout out. I am Tiramisu also does witchy things. So I popped into a couple of her shows and I follow her on the Whatnots. And yeah, so another witches in arms kind of thing. Anyways, I'm going to do my dollar pulls before I forget again and get distracted. Okay, absolutely no problem. No problem, dear. Okay, so dollar pull. And these are my Witch Protect Thyself wax tarts. And I only have 4 available. So if you are in need of a quick protection spell, I recommend snagging these babes. And I have 4 different designs. I have an apple, which is traditionally known for their protective qualities. I have a star shape. I have a chili pepper, because a lot of my protection things include spicy things. And then I just had this nice, like, sort of flower shape. So yeah, awesome, Erin. Oh, that's so exciting. Do you care which one, or you want me just to pick a shape for you? It's funny, originally I wasn't, I'll let you choose. Okay, I got you, girl. All right. All right, I am going to run these wax tarts again. Okay, so I have 3 left of these Witch Protect Thyself wax melt. So if you are in need of a quick protection spell, this is it. And I do have 2 wax tart burners that I will show you next, in case you don't have one. This is really easy magic to do. I like to create these sort of like one and done, easy, all inclusive spells for folks who either don't have a lot of time or are just not familiar. Oh, thank you, Erin. I appreciate you. Yeah, stuff and things and brain. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, did Miss person? Nope. Okay. Missy Beths. Okay, Missy Beths. I haven't seen any comments from you, but you know what to do if you need me to run anything. So, all right, I have 2 left of these, and I'm gonna start that auction, and then yeah. See a little silhouette of a man. I don't know why I always hum Bohemian Rhapsody as like my wait music. This is like my hold music. You know, sometimes when you're like waiting on the phone and they play just like the most boring hold music, or it's just like some smooth jazz version of pop hits. Yeah, I can't do that either. My brain just goes, nope, bored. So instead, I hum Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen because why the hell not, I guess. Okay, so like I was mentioning, I do have 2 wax tart melters. This is the electric one, and it is LED, and it has a little rubber cup insert that you can take out and clean. And so it's heated with light, and the light, let's see if I can bring it close enough so you can see the pattern. They're skulls. Look at them. They're like sugar skulls, and it changes colors. So it's like this cool little, like, I don't know, mood lamp. And I just am kind of obsessed. So I am going to run this today in case anyone needs an electric skull wax tart melter. Okay, I'll just leave it there. Wax melter. Okay. And I'm going to start this at 15. All right. So 1 to 2. And this is glass. It is glass. Okay, confirm. It's electric. L-E-C-T-R. Okay, so for anyone who is obsessed with this little electric wax tart melter, it is running right now for $15. And it does have a little switch on the cord, so you can turn it on and off really easily. And yeah, color changing. So it'd be cool to like set up in your room or like on your altar and just kind of use that as your light as you work your wax tart spells. So yeah. Okay. That's all right. I will save this guy for later. But if you decide you want this, just drop some skulls in the chat. Okay. So then the other wax melter I have is just this plain ceramic one, and you put the little tea light in the back. And then I will run this. Do you have any protection oil? Do I have any protection oil? I don't have any made right now. I know I have some in my shop, but I don't know how many I have, and I don't want to misspeak. But if you pop in next week, I'll have some made for then. Okay. So next week is protection oil. And there was something else I was going to make for next week. Oh, I think I was going to get some tarot decks. We'll see what happens. But yes, I will make some of my spell oils, my anointing oils, because I make one that's for like bringing joy and happiness, one for like drawing money, one I call it my fuck off oil, and that's my protection oil. So yeah, absolutely, Faye. So check back. Yeah, because I do normally make oils. Mm-hmm. What's next? Oh, I was gonna do a dollar run on this little ceramic wax tarp melter. So I'm just gonna do that quick. Let me put this down. I can type so much faster. Ceramic wax melter when I have both hands. So I'll do that, and starting price is £1 and £1 because I want to make sure I can keep it from breaking. Okay, confirm. Okay. Wax. Oh, that's electric. It's electric. Libido oil. Okay. So I don't have any libido oil made, but I have made it, yes. The thing that I have available today are the candles I made, and these are for like to bring passion and love and lust into your relationship. So if you are interested in that, I do have my love lust candles. It's called Gimme Gimme Love. So if you're interested in this, Faye, I can run these. These are my $15 candles. But that's what I can offer today. But I will make a note. Let me just make some notes about oils to have ready for next week. Because I have all the material to make it. I just focused on candles and powders this week. So, libido oil protection. Okay, sounds good. Awesome. All right. Okay. Oh. And all right. So the other thing that I made for this week is my wishing powder. So these here are going to be a $2 start, and my wishing powder comes with a little jar with enough powder to make probably about 5 wishes, and then I include a little, oh geez, it's upside down, a little instruction sheet on how to use the powder. Yeah, I have this lady that teaches like some psychic development classes, and she always gets the wishing powder for all of her students because they do manifestation magic together. So this would be great to use on the full moon. That's actually what it says on the paper, to use it during the full moon. And yeah, it again is from a blend of herbs and minerals that I grind by hand. It is a labor of love, but I believe in putting all that good energy into helping you manifest what you need and want. So I am going to, I think I made 20 of them. And then, like I said, there'll be a $2 start. And yeah. Confirm. There we go. 17 available. I don't understand. Okay. So I'm going to start the auction on my wishing powder. So the little slip says, like, on a full moon, go outside with your wishing powder and focus on your desires / what you want to manifest. Pour the powder into your hand, imbuing it with your energy. Speak to the universe, then blow the powder out of your hand and into the air. Your wish should manifest by the next full moon. Although I do also believe in divine timing. So it's kind of like as the universe sees fit to fulfill your desire, especially depending on the size of your desire. Oh, thank you, Erin. Awesome. I will add this to your collection. But also, I did write a little caution that says this kind of spell work is only useful for reasonably attainable goals/things. And that means, like, you know, if you wish to be married to George Clooney, probably not going to happen no matter how much wish powder you throw at it. So, reasonable things. But, I also believe that divine timing is a thing. And if the universe feels like this thing is meant for you, it'll bring it to you no matter how improbable or impossible. So, all right, I'm going to run this again. All right, so wishing powder is up again. And yeah, like I said, it comes with the little twist cap bottle and the instructions. And yeah, and like I said, and it smells so delicious. So many people who buy it tell me, they're like, I kind of just want to eat it. And I'm like, please don't eat the wishing powder. Please don't. Please don't. But do use it for manifesting on the full moon, because that is what I made this for. Oh, Mel Good. Thank you for your purchase. A first time buy. I appreciate you. You're fabulous. All right. Let me just write that down. I had a pen. There it is. Okay. Mel Good. Fabulous. All right. This wishing powder is for you. Okay. All right. I'm going to run that wishing powder again. There we go. It is up again. And I guess I'll just keep running it until nobody bids on it anymore, because, like I said, I made a whole bunch of these up for y'all. It is one of my best-selling powders, and I've been making it forever, and people love it, and that makes me happy. So, but after the wishing powder, I am going to share with you the adorable keychain spell charms I made special for this show as well. Oh, thank you, Saphira. You're amazing. I also think, is that your first purchase? Yes. Yes. Okay. Let me write up a tag for you. I also really love your handle, Saphira Storm. That is amazing. If it's not your real name, it's a really fantastic magical name. I'm just saying. I was born Tabitha. I was given Tabitha by my mother. And when people are like, what's your magical name? I'm like, honestly, I was born with the perfect name. Of course, I also used to tell kids when I was growing up that I was the daughter witch from Bewitched. And I threatened to wiggle my nose at them if they displeased me. I mean, if you can't enjoy the chaos, what's the point? I'm just saying. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Awesome. Thank you, Peggy. Peggy. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Wishing powder. So, yeah. But I think that, a name that I like to use when I write is Ruby. Something about the name Ruby just really calls to me, which is interesting because ruby as a stone, I'm like, it's pretty, but I don't know. Maybe it was because the ruby slippers or something, Wizard of Oz. Even though the flying monkeys terrified me, I always wanted those red shoes. I'm just saying. Thank you, Faye. I will add this to your collection. Okay. Gonna give her another run. So, fun note, my given name is Carrie. You can imagine the side eyes I was giving back in my school years at the Halloween parties. Honestly, and I am just the level of weird that I probably would have at least leaned into it at least 1 year. Maybe just 1 year. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know, I think I had some red sparkle. Oh no, what did I do? I would get a pedicure with the red sparkle nail polish. And so during the summer, I would sport that. And that was sort of my call to, oh, thank you, Faye. That was my callback to that movie. Oop, that's not the right button. Close that. Oh, sure. I get that. Yeah. I am certainly one of those people that, well, I'm a Virgo, right? So, like, I'm really, really easy to get along with until you've pushed me too far, and it's game over for you, honey, sweet baby child. Which is why I have things like hot foot powder, because sometimes enough is goddamn enough. Ugh. Anyways, it's a good thing everyone just leaves me rambling. Thank you, thank you for that. Okay. Okay, I feel like I was holding this. I think this goes to Faye. Faye, you bought two of these, right? I'm not just imagining this. You bought two wishing powders? Okay. Perfect. Okay. I will have these back here for later. But next, let me show you the most adorable spell charms I've made. So this one is for attracting happiness. And as you can see, it has this little little slippy clip. Let's see if I can kind of demo the clip. So see, it's one of these oh my goodness. Yeah. So you see, it has a little push clip like that. And I put some little stone beads on there, and they're just the cutest little happiness. I did all the, yeah. Yeah. I did the chain. I built this whole thing from the bottom up. And these are glued closed, so they will not come up. I normally do a wax seal on all my charms, but I thought, well, if this is going to be like on someone's keys or banging around their purse, you don't want that wax rubbing off on literally everything. So a little bit of it is practical, which is why I went the extra mile and added these cute little dangle beads. Yeah, so let's see here if I can pull these up. Keychain charms. So these are a $5 auction item. And like I said, so I have 3 of the happiness charms, and they have, it has one little black bead, which is just like, glass. But then the other bead is moss agate, and it has lepidolite chips in there, as well as an herb blend to bring happiness. So it's very pretty, very simple, but also it was a lot of fun to put together. So I am going to start and run the attract happiness charms. Again, these are $5 and just the cutest little keychain friends. So yeah. And I think I have 1, 2, 3. There's 4 different kinds total. So this is one of 4. Oh, Erin's winning. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Erin. Yeah, and I usually have charms of some variety because they're one of my favorite things to make, and it's just easy spells to carry with you. And I did label all of them this time, so when you get them, you know what it is. All right, so this is for Erin. Okay. Oh, that's my spot. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do the other happiness charms in case anyone wants to snag a happiness charm. So that's what this one is. Oh, Peggy, wonderful. And I just love these. Like I said, you could even like hang it in your car. You can put it really anywhere. And since I put the wax on there, you don't have to worry about it, if you're also like a purse charm person, clip this onto your purse. And a really easy way to carry that energy with you as well. So awesome. Thank you, Peggy. Okay, where's my Peggy pile? There it is. Okay, and this is the last happiness one that I have. And then I will move on to the next flavor of charm I created. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, and again, for folks popping in, this is the Attract Happiness charm. So if you are interested in it, you have 5 seconds left. Okay. All right, Peggy, this one is for you too. Peggy. Okay, so next up, how about some good luck and success? Huh? So here's this little guy, and so it has a little, okay, let's see if I can get this in camera right. A green aventurine bead with a metal 4-leaf clover charm. So that's what its little dangle is. And then inside, I have some aquamarine and herbs. So these little aquamarine chips in here, as well as herbs. And then every one of my good luck charms has the green aventurine with the metal 4-leaf clover. I could trade out for good luck. If not, it's okay. Yeah, absolutely, Aaron. So you want to put let me see. So you want to put back the attract happiness and want the good luck one instead? Okay, I can do that. Okay. All right, so I have 2 good luck ones available then. All right, so let me start the auction on the other 2 good luck charms. So again, they have the little 4-leaf clover and green aventurine bead with the aquamarine beads and herb blend on the inside. And it has a very nice sturdy chain with a kind of pinchy clip at the top. Yeah, awesome. Looks like Peggy's winning this one. Love it, love it. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Peggy. Okay, and then I have just one more of the good luck ones, and we'll give that a run. Boop. So anyone else who needs to draw in some good luck and success into their lives, I have one little bag charm left. I say bag charm because I said earlier you could probably clip it to your purse, but honestly, you could hang it in your car. Disco bread! Oh my God! Can I put both together? Absolutely. Yeah, you can certainly do that. Hey, Disco Bread. Oh, it's good to see a familiar name. Oh my goodness. Oh, this one is for Disco. Love it. Okay. Let's do a pile over here. Okay. So, next up, in the cute ass charms that I made. So yes, Peggy, I think I answered your question, but yes, you can put my charms together. They will not conflict with each other because they're all made to work on a specific kind of energy. So this one is energetic protection. So anyone who needs a protection charm, this one, I have 3 of these available. And so on the outside, I have a little key, which is a symbol that's often used for protection, especially if you work with Hecate or one of those underworld deities. And then it has a hematite bead, and then is filled with pyrite chips and an herb blend that is made for protection. So again, I have 3 of these available, so I will run them now. Start auction. There. Okay, so the protection, energetic protection is up now. And like I said, I created this to be for like, oh, to carry with you everywhere, really. I mean, but also it's good if you have, so say you work in a really toxic work environment, you can keep it like in your office or in your locker, depending on what your, job situation is, even if you have a work bag, just as a way to like protect you from bitches' bad vibes. That's what this is for. Awesome. Thank you, Peggy. Oh, my goodness. You are going to love your little collection of doodads. I'm so excited for you. And I can get everything boxed up and ready to go by tomorrow. So everything will be shipped out quickly, because that is my Virgo-ness. I don't like things sitting around. But yeah. Anyways, so this is another energetic protection charm. So for folks who may need a little energetic protection, again, this has a little key on it, because key is a symbol for protection. And then it has a hematite bead on it, as well as being filled with pyrite chips and an herb blend. And the idea is that, it protects you from other people's bad vibes. Okay. So just know I have 2 of those available if you choose. And then the last flavor, this is an untraditional like ring, key rings. And these ones are spiritual communication and psychic intuition. And so this is both to draw in that energy, but also to like provide you some protection, from like psychic attacks, and from, malicious energies that may try to, what am I trying to say? Try to influence you or poach your energy while you're in a vulnerable space psychically. So, as you can see, these have fluorite beads. One of the beads is round and the other one is faceted, but otherwise they are the same stone. And then I actually put my blue witch's salt in them, which I will have my blue and red witch's salt. I have blue, red, and green to go with the black. Anyway, those will be available for next week as well. Anyway, so I put my blue witch's salt in there and some crystals. And then on the bottom, I have blue eyes, which is associated with your third eye, but also is kind of doubles as a evil eye protection charm for that third eye energy. So if you are needing some psychic protection and or want to open yourself up to spiritual connection, these are running next, and I only have 2 of them. So yeah, these ones are next. And then, oh, Peggy, I see that you bid on one. Then do you want me do you want me to pick which one, or is there one or the other that you're more drawn to? You can certainly let me know. Yeah. Pick one for me. I can do that. You got it. Yeah. Awesome. Which one's for Peggy? I think this one's for Peggy. Okay. Hooray, hooray. All right. So what do I have next? Oh, so earlier I was talking about charging and blessing and cleansing with the different spell salts that I had made for this show. I have words. I also made one charging plate, and I spent a lot of time working on this precious babe, and I am really excited to find a home for her. So, um, you may recognize it from, what is it, Lisa. Lisa had purchased a different cup and saucer from this set, but oh geez, looks like I'm a little glitchy. There we go. So you can see this plate here. I created this design to go on it as a way to like charge and cleanse anything that's on this plate. And this will actually come with this selenite tower. So the idea is that you like put it in the middle. And I don't know if you're familiar with this symbol, the red. And the red is actually metallic. So it gives off a little shimmer. And the other design is matte black. And anyways, so this symbol, the triquetra, is very protective, but it also draws in like divine feminine energy. Swirls are known to be connected to like the Earth Mother, as well as the divine feminine in general. And so you're drawing in that protective energy from the mother, from the divine feminine. And selenite is the stone that cleanses all stones. It cleanses tarot cards. It cleanses jewelry. If you want to use this like to put your jewelry on during the day to like, or at the end of the day to cleanse it and bless it for the next day, this is for that. So anyway, I made one because I only ever make one or two of these at a time, and only really a couple a year because like I said, I create things as they appeal to me. So I'm going to create a charging plate item. And because it comes with this selenite tower to use for cleansing and charging, I am going to start this at like, I think I'm going to start it at 16 because that design took me hours to apply and create. And yeah, I don't have to explain myself, I guess. I feel like I need to justify myself when I really don't. And that is my shadow work that I'm working on. So anyways, I'm going to run this charging plate. And if it calls to you, just know it is running right now. So again, you get this charging plate and this tower to charge and bless whatever you want. The symbology that I chose when I designed the plate has to do with like connecting to Mother Earth. It's also very Celtic. It's sort of like if Celtic and like traditional witchcraft had a baby. That is what this symbology represents to me. And yeah. So, oh, it looks like Silver Moon won. Hooray. Thank you, Silver Moon. You're so fantastic. I am so happy that she's finding a home. I was like, okay, this is probably a bit different than what people are used to seeing, but I guess that's what makes it cool, right? If everyone made the same thing, it wouldn't be special. Okay, so I got that for Silver Moon. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, so I have this in the bin, and this is something, okay, let's see if I can get it in the camera here. Here we go. So this is something I created out of driftwood from the Mississippi River. And not only is it driftwood, but it is wood that has been harvested and nibbled on by beavers. And I just have this, I don't know, obsession with beaver energy, I guess, because beavers are very industrious. They're very community minded. Um, and they actually improve the ecosystem where they dam and things like that. So they're very much about improving the overall community space. So when I work with wood that's been influenced by beavers, I just feel, I don't know, a kinship towards it, I suppose. But anyway, so this is a Valhalla ladder, also sometimes called a witch's ladder. And I spent a lot of time, oh my goodness, I keep walking out of the camera frame. I spent a lot of time creating this. I beaded it, I macrameed with some natural hemp fiber. And then the bottom part here is actually this giant wood bark knot. And I want to just show you the detail on this. You can look at the detail. I am just, here, let me get this tag out of the way. There we go. I am just obsessed. Look at the detail. And then the inside is just so smooth. And so I put a pretty flower in there because it's just so feminine and perfect. And then I just want to give a little close up of all the pretty like pieces of driftwood and beading and macrame. And then it has the hanger is a macrame loop. And so I just have one available. And I created this summer. After I had gone foraging at the Mississippi River. So, yeah, so I am going to do a flash sale. I normally would sell this at 55, but I'm letting it go for 44 today. And yeah, I would love for this Valhalla ladder, witch's ladder, to find a home. And spinners like this are traditionally hung for their protective qualities. So you would hang it outside. And the idea is that as the wind spins it, it like spins away negative energy from your door, which is why you see these a lot hung by front doors. And then having the benefit of like the water energy, the earth energy, that animal energy, it just is it's a whole package. So thank you, Silver Moon. Yeah, I am so excited for the charging plate to have a home. Yeah. Like I said, I'll get all these orders packaged and ready to ship tomorrow. So yeah, anyone popping in, if you're interested, I would run the flash sale on my Valhalla ladder / wind spinner for protection if anyone was interested. Otherwise, I will hang this back up in my display area so she doesn't get tangled. But yeah. All right. Well, you know it's there. So drop a comment if you're interested. Okay. All right. I don't know how interested y'all are in books, but I have a couple of books that I found that I am kind of obsessed with, and I thought they'd be fun to pull out for the sale. Let's see, auction. I don't know why I typed auction. Oh my goodness. Book. So I have them as random book pulls. So I will pin this. So my $2 book pull is on Zuni fetishism. And I don't know if you are familiar with what a fetish is, but a fetish, another word for a fetish would be like a voodoo doll, an intention doll, a poppet. It's a kind of poppet, but this is specifically from the Zuni tribe. So if you're someone who is into like not sociology, what am I thinking of? Like archaeology, what is that? My goodness. Anyway, someone who studies cultures. If you're someone who is into like spirituality from around the world, cultures from around the world, and are just interested in learning more about, the Zuni and why they create fetishes and like how to create fetishes like the Zuni, I have this book available right now for $2. And so, yeah, it's a quick little read. But yeah, so it's this one of the fetishes it talks about is the Shalako installation fetish. And so it talks about what it is and what they use it for. And so that in that way you could learn how to use it yourself, how to make it for yourself. So yeah. So I have that available. And then I also have a book of world mythology. And so this one I'm going to start at $4. And let me just change this to books. I do some things that are just I do just book shows, but I've found that I enjoy mixing them in with other things because I like to tailor my book selection to the kinds of crowds that I interact with. So, anyways, good. Shipping profile at 1 to 2 pounds because it is a beefy book. All right, confirm. Okay, so this book, I'm gonna run it. Book. Action. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment where I am not sure why my. Oh, that's why. Never mind. Okay, I figured out why I can't find the thing that I'm looking for. It's because I actually called it World Mythology, which is the name of the book. Okay, so this book, again, it has stories from mythology around the world. So it has like the Odyssey. It has stuff about Thor and Loki and Quetzalcoatl, Venus and Romulus, Poseidon, and some things I have never heard of, right? Hercules is in here, Achilles, and yeah, so really mythology from around the world. And so this is the second edition. And yeah, so if you are interested in snagging this, this is certainly available to you. And I love mythology. It is one of my favorite things. I love to hear. Oh, thank you, Silver Moon. This babe is going to you. Okay, so, how about some dollar incense pull? Me too, Silver Moon. I have a whole collection of books that that are I use for research purposes. Most of my books are honestly research because I'm a big old research nerd. So, all right, I'm going to run some dollar pulls for stick incense. First up is frankincense. If someone is interested in some frankincense incense, looks like Luchadora is in it to win it. Go Luchadora. All right, and then I'll just keep pulling. I have some dragon's blood, and then I have a couple other flavors that will be up next. Doing the thing. Awesome. All right, Luchadora, that is for you. I'm gonna write a little note. What stones are in the Sagittarius bracelet? Luchadora. Let me grab the Sagittarius bracelet. And could you hold the mythology book one more time? Oh, the mythology book was snagged Saphira. But I can hold it up to show you what it looks like, if that is what you would like. But yes, someone snagged that. Okay. Sagittarius. Sure. Yeah, let me. And there you go. Hopefully that is relatively readable, seeable. Okay. Awesome. Oh, I'm gonna grab my Sagittarius bracelet. Un momento. Yes. So that's Capricorn. I make I have these in the bin. These are my the crystal bracelets that I make for the zodiac because I love to do zodiac shit. I also have some earrings in there. Sagittarius. Yes. This is Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is Amazonite and Labradorite. I'm like, what's the L one? So I'll just knock things over. That is Sagittarius. And it has the little charm. And then, so all my fire signs got these little black dangles as a elemental sort of attachment. So, thank you, Silver Moon. Yeah, I brought I have my basket of bracelets if anyone else wants to see what their sign looks like up close. Awesome. Yeah, and I think that the Sagittarius bracelet is in the bin. In the bin. Do you have an Aquarius? I do have an Aquarius. I see a little silhouette of a man. Where's Aquarius? Where's Aquarius? It's funny because I was literally just holding on to Aquarius. Where are you? Thankfully, there's only 12. Only 12 signs. Oh, here you are. Here it is. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, so this one is hang on a sec. Sodalite and amethyst. And then the amethysts are actually they're like, best word I can say is they're like D20s. So if you are a D&D player, you know what I'm talking about. They are like a 20-sided dodecahedron. It's in as a pre-bid. Oh, okay. Let me pull up that. What am I doing? I am looking for Sagittarius. Sag. Mao. Is it in auction? Sag. Oh, it is in auction. Sagittarius. Oh my goodness. Might help if I can spell. Here we go. Oh, it is in pre-bid. Okay. I am going to start the auction for the Sagittarius bracelet. So Disco Bread, this is for you. Got me a Sagittarius. And then, yeah, the person who asked about the Aquarius. Let me see, who was that? Faye. I can run the Aquarius bracelet next if you would like. Awesome. Adding this to Disco Bread's pile. Boop. All right. And then, all right. So running this one for Faye. This is Aquarius. Thank you. You are. There we go. So for Faye, who is inquiring about the Aquarius bracelet, I have that showing. Again, that is sodalite and amethyst. And again, the amethyst beads are dodecahedron, which means they are 20-sided. And yeah, it just has a cool like texture. And yeah, because for me, like jewelry, and other people have heard me talk about my bracelets and why I create them with the kinds and shapes that I have. Thank you, Faye. Is because bracelets like this are like fidgets, right? And so I like to have beads that feel nice against my skin. So when I like run them up and down my wrist, it actually is like a stim, right? I'm sure you folks know what stimming is, but it's my stimming toy. Can you do it Monday? Can I do it? Can you show me the Leo? Can you do it Monday? Oh, I think I lost track of my chat. Yes, I can show Leo, Peggy. Okay. Okay. Showing Leo. Leo. Mm-hmm. And obviously, like if you ask to see something and you're just like, oh, I'll buy it next week or whatever, that's fine. Yeah. So Leo is made with 3 different stones, actually. So it is carnelian, pink kunzite, and tiger's eye, yellow tiger's eye. So that is what that looks like. So, yeah. Do you want me to run it, Peggy? Because I can certainly do that. Okay. Yeah, I am kind of in love with, mixing textures and stuff. And I mean, obviously, like with Leo, I mean, sure, Leo is totally a solar. Yes, I will show Taurus next. Leo zodiac bracelet. Okay, so Leo is running right now. But yeah, so Leo is a sign associated with the sun. The sun is Leo's ruling planet, and so that sunset vibe, I'm sure, is not by accident. And like I've said before, I make things the way the universe sort of like divinely guides me to do it. But also, I've done a lot of research on my crystals, and so because these are all natural stone beads, and these are all things that are very beneficial to Leos. So, thank you, Peggy. I will add this to your pile of goodies. Here. Okay, and next for Saphira, I'm going to find Taurus. Oh, it's right on top. Okay, so Taurus is also 3 beads. It is, let's see here. Is that pretty much me? No. Yes. Okay, so it is green aventurine. Hang in here. Is that right? Yes. So, sorry. I don't write down my notes. I just go, oh, yeah, that's what that is. So, rose quartz, green aventurine, tiger's eye, and some, hang on, rhodonite. So, that's what that one looks like. So, yeah, rhodonite are these sort of like little faceted beads. I don't know if you could tell, it has some facets, the darker pink. And then the lighter pink is rose quartz, tiger's eye, and then the green is moss agate. No, green aventurine. Sorry. I'll just sit here and argue with myself. It's fine. Absolutely. You're welcome, Saphira. So, if there's any other signs people would like, I do have all the signs. Yes. I also have dangle earrings for the signs in case anyone is curious. For example, this is my Capricorn set. And like, this is my Sagittarius set. And so my Sagittarius set is actually made with Galaxy Rhyolite. So, anyways, I think I'm gonna thank you, Saphira. I'm going to go back to my dollar pulls and see if I can find homes for these incense because I like smelly things. So the next up is Dragon's Blood. So if you are, this is one of my favorite smelling Dragon's Bloods, actually. I've tried a couple other ones, but yeah. So if you are looking, there are 20 sticks in a tube. And yeah, and these are ready to find a home. So thank you, Silver Moon. I see that you made a bid. That's delightful. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Peggy, for buying a treat for Lavender. Oh, she's gonna be so happy. Oh, my cats. Oh, wonderful. I do have one more tube of the dragon's blood, and I can run that dollar pull as well in case you want to snag that one as well, Silver Moon. But otherwise, anyone else who's a dragon's blood fan, this is my last tube of it. Yeah, awesome. And then I have two more of the dollar pulls for the hem incense that are coming up after this. So yeah, dragon's blood is one of my favorite ritual incenses to burn, especially when I'm doing like that deep energy cleansing. I use dragon's blood actually for exorcisms. Um, so I don't know if y'all have a lot of um, experience with exorcisms, but they can be quite intense. And dragon's blood is a certainly a friend um, for that kind of process. So, next up, I have in my dollar incense pull is one for attracting money. So, if you would like a little extra oomph when doing money magic, attracting money would be perfect for that. And the benefit is that it actually smells nice. Um, for like, mass produced incense brands, I actually really enjoy hem. A lot of the other brands I find are too overpowering and actually give me a headache. So that is the nice thing about having these. Okay. And then my last incense is called the Galaxy. And yeah, so it just draws in all that cosmos energy. So if you are someone who is a celestial witch or into working with the greater cosmic energy, right? Looks like Silver Moon is. Wonderful. This is certainly a nice incense to burn for those purposes. So cool. All right, Silver Moon. I will just add this to your pile because I know you're going to get it. Delightful, delightful. Okay. Oh, I don't know if anyone is an earring fan, but I did make one pair of these adorably whimsical mushroom earrings. So, well, thank you, Silver Moon. I have a very, I've been doing this a long time. I've had my witchy business for over 7 years now. And I'm very particular. So I'm going to run a little flash sale on these babes. I'm going to do, I think, 15% off. So, yeah. So my earrings are made with hypoallergenic metal. And I actually hand bend my little viney guy. Yeah. And so the mushroom bead is blown glass, and then the little vine has little glass beads on it, and it just is such cottagecore whimsical vibe. So yeah, if these are meant for you, I have a little flash sale running right now. Okay. Well, thank you for taking a look anyway. All right. All right. I think before I wrap up this show, is closing my ear gauges. I hear you. I would really love to learn how to make cool earplugs because I do. I really love how gauged ears look. And I would love to figure out how to, I don't know, just make something for the larger lobed folk. So I think before I go for the night, I'm going to offer the charms that are remaining. Um, I'll keep you in mind, Disco Bread, because I'm always looking for new things to create, and yeah, that might just give me a little extra oomph to go out and find. find a new craft. Like I need a new craft. Oh my God. Okay. So I am going to pin these. I have 4 charms that don't have homes. And so I thought I would run these. I have 2 of the energetic protection ones left. And again, these have a little key. One is a silver key and one is a sort of like bronzy key. And they have a hematite bead and are filled with pyrite and some protection blend. So, do you read cards? I do read cards. Yeah, so, and I've offered this before, and I could offer it again for folks who made purchases today. I have offered folks that you can email me a question that you would like answered, and I draw 1 tarot card for free as a thank you for shopping with me. So, and I'll reach out after I get stuff boxed up and ready to go tomorrow. I'll probably just reach out to those who've made purchases and just let you know that you have a free 1 card reading coming to you. If there is a certain question that you would like answered, or if you just want me to kind of pull something and see what the universe has for you, I can do that. Otherwise, I do full readings over Zoom, if that is something you are interested in. Who is that? DeRose Girl. So, all right. So I am going to run these. These are, again, my energetic protection charms, and I have 2 available. So I'm going to see if I can find homes for these before I call it a night. It has been such a fantastic night hanging out with all y'all, and I really do appreciate the community. And what do you charge for 1 or 2 cards? Well, so typically my readings are like $20 for a 6 card pull. So for 1 to 2 cards, I don't even know how to. Oh, for 1.5 hours. Oh, okay. That would be more like probably a 12 card pull. So for an hour and a half, probably 70 for that much time. Yeah, because that would also come with other benefits, not just the card reading. I would also do things like probably do some spell work in like response to your reading, because it comes with like a spiritual counseling then at that duration. So, but if that is something you're interested in, DeRose Girl, we can certainly set that up, and do either like a Facebook call, like FaceTime thingy, or Zoom. So, okay. So that was my energetic protection ones. And then the last 2 charms I have, one of them is for psychic intuition and spiritual communication. And so that is this one that I just dropped because my brain is distracted. So I'm going to run this and see if anyone wants to scoop this one up. Again, this has my blue witch salt blend in it, as well as it has oh my goodness, fluorite bead, and then the bottom has a little blue eye, both for that third eye intuition, but also for protection of your third eye. So that way, as you are becoming more spiritually connected and open, you are also safe. So, yeah. Oh, Disco Bread. Look at you snagging this little baby up. And yeah, look, it's even a cute little like keychain version. So you can put it on your purse. You can hang it up wherever. I had a lot of fun putting these together. Disco Bread. Awesome. And then this last one is to attract happiness. So the attract happiness charm has moss agate as your little dangle bead. And then inside is lepidolite chips. And a herb blend made for attracting happiness. So um, pyrite, or not pyrite, lepidolite is fantastic for, good mental health. It actually is where, so lepidolite is made of lithium, and lithium is actually what they use in the medicine called lithium, which is for mental health. And they found that it actually improves folks' mental health who struggle with it. So I just have this one attract happiness charm left. Okay. That's okay. All right, my loves. I am exhausted and I've had an absolute ball. But yeah, I have had a great time hanging out with y'all. Do you have one to attract money? Uh, all my attract money ones have been sold. Absolutely, Silver Moon. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't have any attract money ones left, DeRose. Um, the only manifestation thing like that is I have my wishing powder. I don't know if folks were on earlier when I was selling my wishing powder, but this is for manifesting, calling in blessings and desires. So if you'd like, I could do a quick run of my wishing powder. And this is something that you would use during the full moon. I have it running for $2, and it has instructions. So it says, on the full moon, go outside with your wishing powder and focus on your desires / what you want to manifest, and pour the powder into your hand, imbuing it with your energy. Speak to the universe, then blow the powder out of your hand and into the air. Your wish should, then manifest from there. And I think of wishing powder both as the elements in it are known for wishing or granting wishes. Oh, thank you, DeRose girl. I will set this one aside for you. Yeah, so they are herbs and elements that are known for the wishes, for drawing in, blessing wishes and stuff. But I also think of it as like an offering, right? You are imbuing it with your energy, and you're blowing it to the universe as an offering to the universe, to the spirits, to whomever, whoever's listening, whoever you perhaps ask for help, and are like, hey, here's a little treat, because it is sweet. It's very sweet smelling. And so I think of it as like sweetening your intentions, Oh, Peggy, snagging up another one. I love it. I love it. Okay, so DeRose girl. All right, so I have one for DeRose girl, and I will put another one out for Peggy. When will you be on again? I do a witchy live every Monday. So Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Time, I come on and I spend the week creating new magical things, and then I bring it to y'all. So yeah, so I'll be on again on Monday, but I actually am doing my Weirdo Wednesday on Wednesday this week. I am not missing it. So technically I will be on Wednesday night at 7. But you can always check out my list of shows. I have a whole bunch of them loaded to my Whatnot profile. So I encourage you to follow me, and now you always know when I'm going live. But I find that the 7 p.m. shows are best for me. So I am so glad you found me too, DeRose girl, and everyone who came today. I appreciate all of you. You have been fantastic, and I have really enjoyed reading all your chats and telling stories and laughing and just having a great time. So you're all so fabulous. Mwah, 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 mwah. You have a beautiful night and get some rest.